Oh,
All right, we are live. Welcome back to another episode, The Wealth Within. And I'm here with John Brown Claxton, and it's me, Irina Portnova. And today we want to tap into what is our why? Why do we do what we do? And what does it mean for us, right? So, John, what does it come for you when I'm asking you, what is your why?
Irina, I'm glad you're asking that question because my original why was I was looking to keep busy. But as time passed and I realized the importance of what is available as information to disseminate into the audience, the public, to those who need it, it became more and more important for me to be able to help families, individuals, and businesses that are lacking the information that we have because we're trained in a special way. I want to share that information because I know it's very, very necessary and needed.
Awesome. So, why do you think people have to actually look into your services?
Well, it is important in many ways, especially the families that don't understand how money works. And there are a lot of them, as we have uncovered. They don't understand how money works, so it's money coming in and money going out, but there's no management in terms of categorizing or particular distributions or savings or thinking about tomorrow or thinking long term and what the needs might be so that those needs can be satisfied. So with that lack of knowledge, it's extremely important that we spread the information as much as we can. And we're doing this here, and I'm hoping that it's serving the audience that listens and that they're taking action, because that's the whole purpose of us doing what we're doing. And I could share some stats with you in a little while to give you an idea of studies that have been done and what the studies reveal.
Awesome. Beautiful. So, when it comes to me, why do I do what I do? And I totally agree with you. We want to have education, we want to have that financial knowledge in order to make the right decisions. But what I'm doing it, I'm going even deeper beyond just our physical, where we talk about that the way we think about money is actually the way that we operate around it. We attract the money, we manage them, and we do all other stuff, right? So for me, I'm working with the energy and mindset, meaning that I just teach people how to focus on the energy, on everything what you desire, rather than being going back to your limited beliefs and thinking that there is not enough, right? And we talk about money and other areas of our life, right? Because this is our human nature. We tend to always go to the negative rather than focusing on something positive, right? Why is it happening? Because we are like these computers. Our mind was programmed a certain way, and the way it was programmed, it goes back to our childhood, to our upbringing, to the people that we were surrounded with, right? So whatever we were absorbing around ourselves, that's exactly how we behave, and obviously our thoughts become our things. So I'm teaching people that mindset is everything. So a lot of people kind of like skeptical, and I understand where that skepticism is coming from, because a lot of people want to see it before believing it. But when we talk about energy, it works the other way around. First you believe it, and then you receive it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not something that shows up right away, right? So we have to put in the work in order to see the results. And this is like a daily practice. That's the practice of in and out every day, where we reprogram our mind, where we rewire it, from the limited beliefs to actually thinking, what if? Let's put the scenario, what if I had abundance of money? How would I spend, right? So we actually take people to another side of life where they start dreaming, and through the imagination, they create the reality based on what they truly desire. Again, it's one thing to create the reality, and for some people it's more familiar when they talk about the vision boards, because a lot of people understand that they cut out something and they put it on the board, but a lot of people do not understand that it also requires the work. Just by putting something and staring at it every day, it's not going to magically fall on your lap. There is the
Mm-hmm.
work that needs to be done. So there is a
Exactly.
work, inner work, and plus whatever action steps, right action steps, in order to make that dream come in true, right? So there is a process to everything, right? No matter what
Exactly.
you do in life, there is a process. And our society, a lot of times, we are like so used to give me a quick fix, right? I don't feel well, give me the pill. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why a lot of people related on the pharmaceutical heavily, not understanding how it actually ruins their
Mm-hmm.
health.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is, if you really want to have something in life, you can have anything, but there is work involved, there is time involved, there is patience involved.
And Irina, what you're saying, I think, or I believe that there are thousands, millions of dreamers. So dreaming isn't the problem, it's believing it
Mm-hmm.
and
Exactly.
expecting that that dream will come true one day, because you're taking whatever steps are needed to be taken
Mm-hmm.
to get to that level. And those dreamers need to understand that it doesn't happen overnight. Even if you see somebody in the public that's from one stage to the next, believe you me, they went through a process as well. they
Exactly.
they
They've done
failed.
their work. They've done their work.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they have failed, they have got up again, they have tried, they have retried, they make a plan, they create a new one, depending on
Mm-hmm.
how things work out and how fast it worked out. But it
Right.
takes time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that's going to happen in the immediate. So there are plenty of
Right.
dreamers. It's just a matter of believing and
Mm-hmm.
realizing that it takes time to achieve the results
Mm-hmm.
you're looking for. Now, sharing
Absolutely.
some stats with you. Based on studies that have been done, I happen to get access to some information where it tells me that 78%, can you imagine, of the economy lack enough income and are living paycheck to paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's not get into that one alone. Let's talk a little bit more. 51% of those who would like to retire can't retire. Why? Because they have little or nothing saved. And we have come across those individuals that we're working with to improve their situation as best as we can. We cannot wait until we're ready to retire, then we start thinking about saving. You got to start saving, even if it is small. Start something. You can always build on it later on. As time goes by, you get an increase. Don't spend it, put it away. Pretend you never had that increase, right? So it's discipline. The next thing is there 80% of the people in debt, credit card debt, $986 billion in credit card debt. Can you imagine? And some of it is necessary because of the situation that people find themselves in. 40% are not insured. There are 158 million people battling chronic diseases. And when you're battling those diseases and you don't have enough money to take care of normal day to day things because you're not working, you have no source of income, then it creates more medical problems. So instead of healing fast, chances are you're prolonging your healing because you're worrying about your expenses. 49% don't have emergency funds. So if the refrigerator breaks down, you need new tires for the car, something happens in a hurry, they don't even have $400 set aside to handle that emergency. 49%. 34% of the people are financially literate. Financially literate in the sense that 4 out of 6 of the concepts that we would focus on, they are missing the information on that enough that they cannot make the right financial decision because they don't understand how money works. So only 34% is literate. So having started out wanting to do this because I needed something to do, it's a way more important thing for me now. And I'm really, really charged up based on those that I'm dealing with, those that I would like to come across to be able to help. And for all of what I've been exposed to, and the stories are endless where people are suffering and struggling because of finances. So there's a great need, and I'm glad to be doing what I'm doing to help those families, to help those individuals, to help those businesses. And the beauty about it is I have access to people that I can call on just in case something gets too big for me to handle. Not a problem. The support system is there, and the mission is there to help families live a better life.
That's awesome. And I'm coming from the opposite side,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we are talking about fear versus love.
Mm-hmm.
So we right now just talk about more like fear of left out without finances, fear of what if I can't afford it, right? Fear of how can I handle it. So when we talk about the mindset is the core for everything. You either can or you cannot, and you're the one to determine it, right? So when we talk about the mindset, I teach people to come from love. What would you love your life to look like? And this is something that, like, we do not find in the news, we do not find in something, like in the common hour thinking. So this is something I'm teaching people, because we have to bring that awareness that yes, we are living in the 3D reality, but we do not have to condition ourselves to, the paycheck, to the circumstances, to our education, to our age. Actually, everything is irrelevant when you know exactly what to do and how to work with your energy, because your energy is so potent. You can create anything out of, and the same way you can create, and the same token you can destroy. So the more we sit in these negative beliefs and thinking that money is hard, like we do not make enough money, we're just barely making from paycheck to paycheck, the more we recreate the same results. And just, like, to shift the focus and start thinking, like I said, there is always a way to create the money. How? Come to my workshop and I'll teach you how, right? So it's all about just searching for that knowledge. And once you have that knowledge, then you can apply in life and live the life to the fullest.
But think
So,
about
like,
how powerful, and I don't mean to cut you off, think about how powerful this is, that you are focusing on a mental state that will bring about what a person needs. Combine that with the knowledge of how
mm-hmm,
money works and how
right,
powerful this broadcast is to those who take advantage of the knowledge that we share. Think
absolutely.
how powerful that is. I mean, I'm here and I'm absorbing, although I meet with you privately, I'm absorbing everything you're saying, and I know what I already know. Think about how
Mm-hmm.
powerful both of us can become, and those who are listening to us, heeding the warning, putting it into action, how powerful we can make others, because now they have the knowledge on one hand and they have the mindset on the other hand. Combine those two together. Unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So for the people who are tuning in and maybe, like if have any comments, any suggestions, any objections, we are open to everything. So let's connect. Let's see where it's gonna take you. You have any questions? For anybody who is interested to learn more what John does, there is a link in the comments. For me as well, come and attend my workshop and you understand exactly how things can be shifted in your life and you live more financially free life. So it's all about just, okay, make a decision for yourself. How do you want to live your life, right? Either you want to live it in a fear because you do not know anything, or you don't want to find out anything, or you start be in charge of your life, and you start asking the right questions in order to receive the answers to your questions. All
And
right.
as usual, I like to add something on the end. If you're hearing me for the first time, do not be afraid. We do not charge for the information we impart to you. And we do not only work with the rich, we work with those who are less wealthy. Whatever that means to you, we accept everyone and we help them to work towards their dreams and bring it to reality.
Awesome. And that's how I love it. Yes, bring your dreams to reality because it's possible. Thank
Yes.
you and see you on the next episode. Bye.